All right, so I think that it is ethical to advocate for both the privacy, or rather privacy is a basic human right, and technologies that kind of limit or restrict those privacies through utilitarianism, excuse me, because we just stand to benefit much more with those technologies than we do without them. So just for example, to put in perspective kind of how we benefit economically, I want to point out that Silicon Valley, which is of course, kind of the mecca for hardware and software technologies, has a GDP per capita of 128,308, and that compares to Qatar, which is the highest GDP per capita in the world, with 647. So I mean, the head of the oil industry and the head of the tech industry are both neck and neck, and I think that just kind of represents, how important it is to us. Technology is there, rather, and how much we're willing to invest in it because it stands to benefit us. But other than that, I want to just kind of say abstractly, how, I mean, just trying to imagine life without a lot of these technologies. So things like computers and phones and the internet, which allow us to, take these online courses and do plenty of other things. But we obviously benefit a lot from them, both socially, culturally, economically, and in a multitude of ways. And I think that that's well worth giving up some privacy rights. And, it's kind of just this balancing act where we have to give up the privacy right in order to have these benefits. And as time goes on, I think that we are going to more kind of fine-tune the privacy aspect of this whole legal conundrum with these technologies. And, I think it's things that we've been seeing in recent years, like the COPE with the Child Online Privacy Protection Act and the GDPR in the EU. And they're both kind of incrementally getting better in terms of protecting our privacies, and they have been doing so, since these technologies were first introduced, which is, kind of the way things go with any new industry, just like they had with factories with the Industrial Revolution. At first, they were really dangerous, but they went on to be rather safe, and they are rather safe today. But yeah, that's why I think that advocating for both privacy as a basic human right and technology that limits those privacies is ethical because, it's kind of a balancing act, and we stand to benefit more than we stand to lose.